Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nails and Beauty Talk. I am your host, Asia the Bird. Today, I have a very special guest with me today. She is a nail artist. Please welcome Francess, aka Chillin BBY Nails. Hello, Frances, and welcome.
Hi. Yeah, I'm
Hello.
excited.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Today's a
Yeah,
really good day. It's not that cold outside, so I'm
yeah,
I'm, I'm
thank you.
chilling.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, most definitely. So, where are you originally from, and tell us a little about your upbringing.
Okay, so I'm from Columbus, Ohio, but I am West African. My parents are Liberian. My
Mm,
upbringing was pretty regular, any other black kid. Strict parents, yes. My parents actually did not really like the idea of me joining the nail industry because
mm,
in an African household, college is a big deal. Like, you have to go to
mm,
college to have a career. And if you don't go to college, you're not going to make money. So it was strange for my parents for me to go all the way left. I didn't go to nursing, I
right.
didn't go to college. Oh, I didn't do anything that a regular, African kid would have to do. So it was really interesting seeing how my parents adapted to that. But other than that, it's been pretty cool. They're,
Mm-hmm,
more accepting of it now. So
mm-hmm.
it's been cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. So, did you have any interest prior to getting into the nail industry, or was nails was always something that you wanted to do solely?
Okay. So nails was actually never something that I thought about. I actually wanted to go to cosmetology school for makeup. But then I
Mm,
found out that it's only hair. And that was hard for me because I was already in the program and I
mhm.
had to continue. It was a 2-year program and I hated hair. I hate hair so bad. I'd rather just pay for it. I don't want to do anything with hair. My mom always tries to convince me like, "Oh, you could just start your hair business." I'm so sorry. I just hate hair. And we had to work with older women, pin curls, the silk presses, the perms. I just couldn't do it. I
Right.
hated the smell. It smelled like rotten egg.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nails came about like I think I was like 15 turning 16. I needed something to pass the time of me being in cosmetology school. So I was just
Mhm.
like, okay, I love like I would like to get my nails done. My mom specifically did not want me to get my nails done. She didn't like it.
Mhm.
But, I begged her. She's like, the only way I'll let you get them done is if you do them yourself. So I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
okay. Okay. So I would try to run away from my cosmetology class and I'd go to the nail lab on my free time and I would sit in the class like I'm a student and learn from what the teacher was teaching. From then on, I came to be obsessed with it. My mom was letting
Mhm.
me wear nails. I was doing them as long as I wanted. Like, it was great until, like, it came a time where I felt like I wasted 2 years technically of like not
Mhm.
really enjoying cosmetology school, more so just on one thing. Like, I felt like
Mhm.
I didn't learn a lot because I wasn't
Right.
interested.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I could do little things here and there, like I could comprehend a lot of stuff, but my interest just wasn't there for me to actually pay attention to everything. So it was
Right.
hard. Like during the two
Mhm.
years, it was kind of hard because everybody wanted me to do hair and everybody thought I was good at it. Because I was
Right.
like, in our school, it was like probably 3 black girls in our class, and everybody it just
Mm.
seemed like they assumed that since I was a black girl, I knew how to do hair. You got me wrong. Yeah. And I was like, I can't do nothing for you. I'm sorry, I can't even wash your hair. I don't like putting my hands in people's hair. Not to mention, you can't.
Mhm.
I had nails on, so it's like you can't scrub with your nails. They said, but I did it
Mhm.
anyway. They said they liked it. I did it anyway. So I was like, I don't know what you want me to do. The
Right.
clients tell me to do it.
Mhm. Right,
So
exactly.
yeah, like it was interesting, like how nails came about in my like life when I didn't even think about it, and it just appeared in my
Mhm.
lap.
Mhm.
That's God. Because if I didn't go to school, I feel like I probably would have been doing something totally different, though. I don't know what it
Mhm.
would be, but I knew nails probably
Right.
would not have been in the picture. But here I
Mhm.
am now, 5 years later in the industry, still young. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. Because I can't imagine being 30 something and doing this for so long. The cramps. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, like to add to that, because like I took cosmetology courses in my high school, and I got into nails like near the end of middle school.
Mm-hmm.
When I was like 13, 14, and jumping into of course my freshman year, I didn't take any cosmetology courses, but I took cosmetology course like from my sophomore year to my senior year. And of course, you learn mostly hair, and that's something that you have to learn. I wasn't big into learning hair either, but it was something
Yeah.
that you had to learn, and like you learn like a small bit of nails. So, and the reason why I was in the cosmetology program was to, I wanted to do nails, because nails was something that sparked my interest the most than it was
Mm-hmm.
with hair or like facials and makeup and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, that's the thing. So I got my license and things like that. But yeah, I wasn't big into hair either.
Yeah, I will say, like they lied to me. They lied to me. The recruits lied in straight in my face. They're like, "Oh, makeup? Oh yeah, like we're gonna have so much things to do with makeup." Mind you, they don't teach at the school. I'm over here thinking that they taught. They're like they're in the like facility, so they know these things. No, they lied, and I was so sad because when you walk in the building, it says School of Hair. I was like, "What am I doing here? I hate
Right.
hair. I expressed how much I hate hair, and now I'm in a facility where it's only hair and a small
Right.
section of makeup, a small section of nails, unless you're in the course. Of course,
Right.
my thing is this: my mom said just go to cosmetology school so you don't be tied down to just one thing. She's right.
Hmm.
She was correct. But look at me, I'm only tied down to one thing. So it's like,
Which is nails.
yeah, like so I'm saying like I hyper focus on things, so it'd be hard for me to multitask with these careers that cosmetology has. So
Right.
yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
hair's still a no no. I don't know if it's gonna be in a few years, but my sister and I pay people like my sister. I grew up on her doing my hair, so I just felt like I will
Right.
always have you.
Hmm.
I better
Yeah.
always have you because
Yeah.
I'm not doing my own hair. I'm just
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly. So, being from Columbus, Ohio, how popular is like the nail salon scene, and what are some of the nail styles that are in demand where you live, possibly?
I okay. To be honest, ugh, I get all my trends from people who are not even in Ohio. Uh,
Mm.
I feel like the Ohio scene, depending on where you're at in Ohio, the demographic, like the older women, the younger like girls, they're like duck tips right now. I'm seeing a
Hmm.
lot of those over here. I just
Right.
recently did some. I'm not a fan of them per se, but like
Hmm.
they're in a lot of art right now. I feel like they're kind of
Right.
pushing out stones because 2 years ago when I was working in a salon on the floor, stones were in. I was
Hmm.
buying stones like, oh my god, I was hot on stones, spending so much money on stones, and now like people don't even care about them. So
Hmm.
like here, it just really depends on what everybody else is doing outside of Ohio. I feel like
Hmm.
Ohio is like a city where people come from different cities and it just becomes
Hmm.
that like it's a whole bunch of
Right.
I don't think Ohio has its
Hmm.
own. I don't think it has its own for real. I don't think so.
Hmm.
Not. I hope I don't get hated on for that. But like,
Hmm.
I don't think we necessarily have our own because people do whatever
Right.
they want down here. I mean, you could sound like you're from Chicago, but you're actually in Ohio. That's the weird thing because people be picking up everybody
Hmm.
else's stuff around and
Right.
bringing it here.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. So it's not like a big nail scene in Ohio at all.
no, 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 no. There is a lot of younger nail techs now.
Okay.
I will say the older people, they're not Instagram savvy like the younger, kids are like us, like how to use the internet. I have internet, but
Hmm.
Instagram, how to maneuver it and get your business out there. I feel like when it comes to older people, it's more word of mouth, not necessarily
Right.
Instagram. So I mean, word of mouth, I feel like it's better than Instagram because you
Hmm.
got it. Like you literally have it to the point where people heard about you
Right.
and they didn't have to look at you, like look you up on Instagram. They just believed out of word of mouth. I feel like that's the highest compliment. So I will say the older women, it's more word of mouth. People hear Instagram, you know. So,
Hmm. Yeah.
eh.
Yeah, that's understandable. Now, what
Hmm.
has been the journey in regards to own your own like nail salon studio? Was there any setbacks in regards to building your own nail studio?
Hmm. There's a lot of setbacks. I am impatient. I feel like I don't take the time to actually sit down and try to figure things out. I just, if I see this place,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want this place now. Like, I'm going to get this place now. And,
Right.
moving into the suite that I am in now, I went from on the floor and I wanted my own personal space. Like, I liked being around the women I was around, but things would get
Right.
taken, like, not by them, but from clients around the salon. They'd come in our area and take our stuff. And, I was spending a lot of money. I was 18 years old. Like, I was spending a lot of my money and, like, to come to work and my stuff be taken. I just could not do it. And I'm not, like, a problematic person. I'm not going to text somebody about it. I'm just going to try to get out of here. That's what I did.
Right.
So when I came into the building I am now, it's Black owned, and I was looking for that. I like bigger spaces just so I could have a lot to put in there. Smaller spaces, I get claustrophobic. So I had to find something big. Like, the room is fairly big. Like, it is big, but you have to take into account, when I first moved in here, I was able to always afford the amount they were charging. But, business gets slow. And when it gets slow, it gets so slow. Like, so sometimes I'd be forgetting, like, okay, am I going to be able to do this in my slow times? Would it not be a problem? Because it's not a problem anymore. But I remember at one point when I first got here, I was like, damn, I could be saving this money and putting it towards something else. But I guess it just comes with business. Like, it's just up and down for me. I feel like any other business is not, like, straight, winnings. There's going to be a down. And when you get down there, you be down. I feel like that was one thing. And then deciding how I was going to decorate my room. Knowing where I was going to place everything, because everybody's telling me to put it this way. I'm just like, dang, what the heck do I want to do? Like, what do I want to do? I had no idea at all. I was just going off of what I found on TikTok. Like, TikTok is my friend. I love TikTok. That's the internet for me. I love TikTok. So, like, it was designing everything and then, trying to move away from the, when you get a bunch of Black people in the facility, there's always going to be some type of issue. Like, no matter, even if you try to run away from it, somebody's going to have an issue about something. And in my last place, there was always issues. Issues. And I wanted to just be secluded, like, not be involved in any of that. And I actually feel like I got that here,
Right.
Like, I'm by myself. It's just me and my client. It's not me and another nail tech and her client.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just me and this person have a conversation. And it's great. I love how intimate it is. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And plus, it's a lot easier too, because like how you said there again, you don't have a lot of people around you, like another nail tech or a few other nail techs. It's just you and the client and things like that. So yeah, like that, one-on-one, and that peace and quiet that you have in, in your solo nail studio, like that's a lot better. Like I would have something like that too.
It's great, honestly, because I'd be scared. Like, what if, like, the nail tech client that I'm in the room with don't like my client that I'm with? I have no idea. That is the scariest thing in my life to experience. I've never experienced it, but I've heard stories about that happening. I don't want that for me.
Right, exactly.
Like, I would hate that for me. So I was very happy when I got the chance to actually get this place. Like, I was very happy about that. Too much drama. You're not going to find me.
Yeah, right, absolutely. You're like, my name's Bennett and I ain't in it.
Yes, amen.
Yeah, right, exactly. So as far as booking, clients, and as far as people booking you for nail services, what would you say would be the best booking apps as far as clients booking nail techs and things like that, you would say?
Okay, so I've had Square. I have Acuity right now. Acuity's pretty good. You get to design your website how you would like, so people can see what your personality is like through the website. I've heard about Booksy. Have you heard of Booksy? I've heard about them, but I don't know much about Booksy. But people have like a lot of good like feedback off of that, because I found Acuity and that was it for me. Like every other website that I literally don't remember any of them, because I'm just like, I've been with Acuity for so long. Yeah, so it's like I kind of I would suck to get that type of information because I'll always pick Acuity.
Right.
Yeah, I picked Cutie.
Mm. Yeah, with Booksy, a lot of people use Booksy, like barbers and nail techs and things like that. They use
There's
Booksy and stuff like that.
there's actually an app for barbers called Cut It, and I
Yeah, I
didn't
think I heard
like.
it.
So they have their own like app. Do nail techs have an app like that?
That I don't know. I know nail techs. As far as I know they
Mm-hmm.
use like what you said, the app Acuity.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's called. And also like Booksy and Square and things like that. There's another app that people use called StyleSeat.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. I heard. I do. I have heard of that. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, StyleSeat. So those are some of the apps in particular. Now, as far as pricing your nail art and nail services, like what was like the journey as far as pricing? Did you find it difficult in the beginning in terms of pricing your nail art and nail services?
I still find it a little difficult now because you could even tell somebody a price and they'll be cool with it, and then you say it again in their face and they ask a price, and now it's just this awkward like, I don't want to charge you now the price that I said because I'm not confident in how this is gonna go. Like I've had instances where, oh my god, I have stories. Instances where clients would literally go off on me about prices,
Mm,
and I would not know how to handle it. I'm not confrontational. It's just really hard to really for me to like handle it. And yes, you have to be really hard headed and like top heavy to in this industry to like say how you feel without being disrespectful. And I have not
right.
crossed a boundary where I can say how I feel without being disrespectful. I don't know how to do it yet. So when people
Hmm.
like come at me with that type of attitude, I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like,
You're like on 10.
yeah, I don't know what to say, so I just
Mhm.
be quiet about it. I'm just like, okay, I
Right. Yeah.
understand how you feel, but you're still gonna have to pay
Hmm.
me this type of money. Like, you're just gonna have to pay it to me. I don't know what you want me to do because people get in this mindset where it's like, if I don't want to pay it, then I'm not gonna pay it. After you spent hours, like you don't know, it's years of practice. I have my license. You know how many times every 2 years we have to update this stuff, 4 hour
Right.
classes, all this stuff we have to do. I feel like everybody who prices the way they price, they deserve to price the way they price. I'm not gonna ask
Right.
you. I'm not gonna like try to change your mind on your prices because this is what it is. So
Right.
it still is hard till this day. I feel like
Hmm.
it will continue to be hard. But it got easier with me telling people. I got more comfortable with me letting people know why I charge the way I charge. But sometimes I don't feel the need to explain it because either you don't want to come or you want to come.
Right.
I don't know what to
Exactly.
say about that. I even posted a reel on my Facebook with pricing and everything. The comments are like most of them, I think like 80% of them are negative about the pricing.
Hmm.
So I feel like it's forever going to be an issue because people expect you to charge what they think you should charge.
Hmm. Yeah, and I think another thing too to add on to that is like, people expect you to charge like 40 to $60 for a set. You know
Still.
what I mean? And the thing, yeah, still. And the thing is that people are charging $100 and up, like 100, 200, $300 for a set,
Hmm.
and people don't consider like the high quality products we use, how much, and how long the art takes, the nail art takes in itself, the complexity of the design, and we
Hmm.
consider our skill level and how much we've built our skill. So that's something people have to understand why we charge the way that we charge and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like people who are not in the profession will never understand, and that's where all
Right.
the negative comes from because they feel like they can do the same thing that we do. But if that's the case, why
Mhm.
aren't you an LTech yet? You know?
Mhm.
So, I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
I'm not trying to come at nobody, but I'm just saying, like, why aren't you in this profession if you feel like you can do exactly what I could do?
Mhm.
Because I don't feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the profession is oversaturated at all. Even though people say it is, I don't think so. There's room for everybody.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that's where all the negativity comes from on my side. Like people who are not in this profession who feel like, oh, you don't know how people's bills are and you're charging prices like this. I really don't care how much your bills are because I also have bills. So either you're going to help me pay
Exactly.
it or you're just not going to come.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah, right,
I don't
exactly.
know how else to,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And the thing is that, I'm glad that us as nail artists and nail techs are, understanding our worth and our value and saying, hey, this is what I charge. I'm not changing it. You know what I mean? So, and I'm glad that, more nail techs and nail artists as well are, setting boundaries, because I think boundaries are very, very important.
Hmm. Yes, you will need boundaries because people will cross them so many times just because they can.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, it comes with the territory,
Yeah,
sadly.
absolutely, most definitely. Now, what would you say are the most in demand services as far as like, your nail art and nail services? What's like the most in demand services?
French tip. I can't run away from French tip. I try. I try to like introduce some of my clients to like other things. They just look at me like French me up. Like, what are you doing? I don't care about nothing you're talking about. Literally, like one of my clients, I introduced her to French 2 years ago, and she has not got anything but French. I don't know how. I'm not joking. I'm not. I'm not joking. She hasn't got anything but French. I try to tell her like she'll venture off for like like a month. She'll come back to like I saw this one French set. I want to do a bandana set in French. What? You don't want to try anything else? And it's my fault. Like it's my fault. I can't help it. Like it's my fault. I've taken full accountability for reason why French is still in demand because people like French. And the fact that they say, "Oh, can I get a simple design like French?" Simple? How's that ever been simple? It's
Right.
not. It's not simple. It's never been
Right.
simple because some people want the acrylic version. Some people want the art
Yeah.
version. Now,
Right.
I haven't done an acrylic version of a full set in so long, just because people
Mhm.
change up their designs so often. So I'm just like, if
Right.
you want the acrylic one, that means you're gonna have to have that every time you come. We're bouncing that. You're not getting anything else. You can't,
Right.
or else I'm gonna have to file
Mhm.
everything off. So they're like, oh yeah, just
Mhm.
draw it. Perfect. When I learned how to draw French, it was over for everybody. It was over for everybody. It was over for everybody. I mean, because I felt like, oh my God, I don't want to sit here for 3 hours because it used to take me 3 hours to do a full set of acrylic French. If I
Mhm.
could draw it in 30 minutes, what? That changed my whole life. My whole life has been changed since then. And now that's all I
Mhm.
do every day. I had to buy, hold on, where's my box? This, I run through these so fast. Oh my God. I have to buy at least 6 of them every trip when I go get a re-up, just because of
Wow.
French.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know. French is
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It
French is
used to
the in
be.
demand. Hmm.
I don't even remember. It used to be ombre, and then
Right.
French. Ombre
Yeah.
was crazy for me, and then French happened. It messed up my life. That's all we're doing. Like my mom,
Yeah.
French on the toes, French tip on the nails. Oh my gosh, you don't. What are we doing? Like, get something else. Make me draw something else. Dang. That's
Yeah.
all we
Yeah.
do. Even in stones, like they want French tip Swarovski stones, studded
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. That's in also too.
Crazy. That's insane. It's
Hmm.
crazy. But yeah, French is
Yeah.
it right now.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of nail techs and nail artists are doing French. French, like, bling, French tips, alternative French. You know what I mean? So
All
the
these
French is.
alternatives. All these alternatives, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, right, exactly. It's crazy. But yeah, but I want to get into as far as nail products. So what would you say are some of your favorite nail products to use for nail art and nail services?
Okay, because I switch, I change a lot. I started off really loving Valentino, but then
Mm,
I feel like they got vendors over the years, like different types of vendors, so that it was really inconsistent sometimes. And
right.
like, I really love their gel polishes, but their acrylic colors are chalky. So I
Mm,
moved on to Young Nails. Young Nails never fails me. It's good. It still is good to this day. But I just want to
mhm,
try other things. So I've worked with different brands. What do you call this brand? The Two Guys. Now I worked
mhm,
with their brand for a short amount of time, but like all their products are really good. Like the
mhm,
consistency in the acrylic is really nice. Um, I mean, I use everything. if I can afford it, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
I'm gonna buy it because I want to try it out. I like,
Right.
but I still do like Valentino cover colors. Their cover
Mhm.
colors, they eat down. They're great. Tammy Taylor, the OG Tammy Taylor. I love Tammy Taylor.
Mhm.
I like her white because it's fast setting. I like to move fast. Helps me. You know, I can't be moving slow. So hers is
Right.
fast setting. I do not like her clear. It has a lot of bubbles. A lot of bubbles. Like you can't even get the
Air
bubbles
bubbles.
out. Yeah, like it's not clear enough.
Mm.
I need to be glassy. Now, the best clear that I have used so far is Young Nail Speed Clear.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I use everything. I When it comes to gel polish, I shop like on Korean websites. Like
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Ooh, Alibaba has a lot of options too. You can get 40 gel polishes for like $100. Where is
Mm-hmm.
if you look on other people's website, they sell it for 1,000 some. You're bogus.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it. So yeah, I mean, I try everything. I like D&D gel
Mm-hmm.
polishes. I like Madam Glam. I'm working with Madam
Mm-hmm.
Glam too, so I'm a ambassador for them. So I do
Oh,
get
that's cool.
free. Right? I never saw the day this would happen. Never saw it to happen. But I love their stuff. I have a lot of different gel polishes, but I love their stuff. They're good for art. It's thicker too,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that's really, really cool. Now, what is your favorite nail shape to wear?
Taper square. I used to be a
Cool.
coffin girl, but I grew up. I grew up a little bit. Coffin. Oh my god, it was the skinny coffin. Terror, terrible. I'm never going back to that. I'm never going back. But I love my nails are done now. But I usually right now I do wear short square, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if I go longer, it's tapered square. I
Yeah,
like the
it's really,
look.
really cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to definitely get into in regards to the nail industry. So, in your perspective, what are some things you like about the nail industry, and what are some things the nail industry could improve on?
I'm gonna start with my don't likes.
Okay.
Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna touch on what I said earlier. How I feel like the industry is big for everybody, but there are some like people in this industry that feel like just because we do things a different way, we're not doing it right. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like instead of trying to learn from what you see, you're just being bitter about it. Like in the beginning of my career, a lot of older nail techs found it like I don't know, like not I wouldn't don't even want to use the word intimidated because it be disrespect because they feel like, oh, like you're not doing anything, like you're not doing it the way we're doing it or we used to do it. So obviously your way is not correct. So you're not a nail tech. Or
Right.
every time like a trend would come out, it'd be shady stuff, like little shady stuff. I feel like I
Mm-hmm.
would like the industry to realize that it's a forever growing industry. You're
Right.
not the only one that's a nail tech, hairstylist, or whatever that does what you do. God has given
Yeah.
so many people the same gift as you, some even better than you. But that's none of your
Mm-hmm.
business. Stay in your own lane and work on
Right.
yourself and let everybody be on their own stuff and learn instead of being annoyed by it. Take,
Right.
some type of construct because I feel like the older nail techs, the older ones don't take constructive criticism because we're younger. They feel like they know everything. And I've witnessed it multiple times, like arguments on Instagram between younger and older nail techs where they're basically saying the younger nail tech don't know what she's doing. She's not even good at what she does. It's just because the internet's on their side. And so what? I feel like that's the biggest issue. Like not just stay in your lane. You have your people. You know what I'm saying? Some people like their own stuff. Some people like the Asian style of nails, round the corners, no sharp. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like that. That's fine. But like, don't try to push your beliefs on the new people.
Mm-hmm.
Because it starts conflict. I feel like that's
Mm-hmm.
the one thing I would like to change. I want people to like be open, like welcome people with open arms.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like in the beginning, when I wasn't good at nails, like people were like liking me way more than they do now. Like they liked me more. I wasn't that good. I wasn't no competition to them. But then when I reached a pedestal where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm that. I'm up here. I'm up here with you guys.
Right.
It's like they didn't want to talk to me anymore. So
Mm.
you get what I'm trying to say? Like it's just weird
Mhm.
type of stuff, little type things. I'm just like, it don't even have to be like that. It don't
Right.
even have to be like that. And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, because I'm not. Because there's always somebody better than anybody out there in any career. But I will say that I've made it very far where I feel like I'm doing better than I was 2 years
Mhm.
ago. So
Mhm.
more so bettering myself. So that's the end of things I don't like. Now the things I do like about the nail community, how young we are in here. Like, I have connected with so many nail techs. I went to New York. I met 2 nail techs down there. Like,
Mhm.
everybody is so nice. Like, it's crazy
Mhm.
how you could like inspire so many people and not realize it. Like, in this industry,
Right.
I get
Mhm.
messages all the time of people telling how I like literally inspire them to do like the things they want to do, and I'm just like, dang, I didn't do anything but post nails. You guys don't even know
Right.
me yet. You know, like,
Right.
haven't posted a get to know me video, which I
Mhm.
have to engage. But yeah, but like, it's crazy how I didn't really do anything but post my work, talk about my experience, because I do post like throwbacks of what my work used to look like so often,
Right.
because I want people to realize I have not always been where I'm at right now. It took
Mhm.
a long time of patience and energy. Oh my God,
Mhm.
patience, because
Yeah.
I am impatient. I even in the career, when learning how to
Mhm.
do it, I got impatient. When I didn't know how to do something, I quit. So it's crazy how I made it this far with impatience. I thank God for that. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm. I want to go ahead and talk about your YouTube channel, Francis, because I seen that you had a YouTube channel. So, do you plan on like having your own like YouTube channel? In terms of having like your own content, nail
Mhm.
content, things like that down the line.
Yes, I hope so. I started it to like get the gears rolling. Like, I thought, okay, if I start it, maybe it'll make me want to do it. But then being in the front of a camera all the time is really stressful.
Yeah.
It's stressful.
Hmm.
Like, this whole filming I'm embarking on right now, like making these
Hmm.
little TikTok videos. I
Right.
didn't realize how much work went into it, like editing or like, oh Jesus, like, I didn't know. I had no idea, and people told me it was easy. Like, this journey has been people lying to me and me finding out they're lying. I just, yes, and I'm just like, okay, I bought my phone stand. I bought what I'm
Right.
talking to you on. I got an iPad for this. All right, cool. Now we get to the first day of filming, and my client's just like, so what are you gonna do? This girl start cussing. I had to learn how to bleep. And then my brother gonna tell me, oh, there's an app that it just bleeps it for you. After I literally spent 45 minutes bleeping every cuss word. I downloaded the app, I screen recorded the bleeping noise, overlapped it over every cuss word. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
And then you tell me there's an app for it? It's just, I
Yo.
need to learn. I feel like I need to learn a lot before I decide to get on YouTube.
Hmm.
Because I kind of want a raw, like, realistic, not saying that everybody else is fake or anything, but
Right.
like, this is really what happens behind the scenes of nails type YouTube.
Hmm.
That's where I'm trying to go. Let me get the
Hmm.
filming part down a little bit longer, then we'll get
Hmm.
to the YouTube part.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Exactly. Now, where do you see yourself in your business in 5 to 10 years?
Hopefully I have a salon. I
That'd
really
be
do.
cool.
I would love a salon, uniform based salon. I like uniformity. I feel like it make it look more structured, you know? Um
Hmm.
I would like to like have a teaching course attached to the salon, like a
Hmm.
school almost, to teach upcoming people who are in school the design, so it's like when they leave they still did learn something. You just
Right.
got your license and you get to go to this school where it could teach you all the ins and outs, the new designs, of teachers like myself that does nails like me or like them, you know what I'm saying, with different styles, all this. Like, that's what I really would like, but I try not to put a
Hmm.
timestamp on it before it creates frustration.
Right.
But I hope that is just, I just pray to God that's what my future 5 to 10 years would look like. I would love for it to look like that. You know,
Right.
I'm 22 now. I hope I have kids in the next 10 years. I do want children. You know, I do want children because I do not want to be alone in this industry. I'm sorry. Like, I want to have other things, you know, going on for me.
Yeah.
So, a family, a salon, nice cars. I want to be wealthy. I don't want to be rich. I want to create generational wealth in my family. Right. So, I just hope that is all things that are looking up for me, because I'm learning now, because I'm a big spender, and I'm learning not to be spending stuff if I don't need it. Right. But it's, yeah, so that's just where I'm hoping I'm going to be at. Big hoping.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if you had one valuable piece of advice for up and coming nail techs and nail artists, what would it be?
Take your time. Only don't pay attention to what is happening around you, because you may not get the same response that they did, because it's not your time. It's discouraging. Like, it really is discouraging to, like, look at other people's progress and you think you're not progressing, but you are. It's just slower. And you know, when you look back at it, you're probably going to be like, damn, I was actually doing really good for where I was at. So I just feel like everybody should just focus on themselves, you know, take heed to constructive criticism, the polite one. Now, if they're being disrespectful, I agree to be disrespectful back. But if they're trying to help you in your career, take all the constructive criticism. You might not need it now, but you might, like, look back on it and, you know, use it later on in life. So, because, you know, I had a lot of constructive criticism coming from family, my siblings and stuff. They would tell me that things were ugly when I was boosting my head up thinking I was the best. Oh my God, times awful. But yeah, like, so I just feel like everybody should just take their time. The world is big. Like, there's so much stuff you can do in this industry. You don't have to be tied down to just one thing.
Right.
And just, yeah, like, just enjoy it while you're here.
Right.
Don't try to put too much pressure on yourself because what you see. Just take your time with it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, most definitely. Last but not least, where can people find you on social media and how can people support you in your business?
Oh, you can find me at Chillin BBY Nails _ on Instagram. That is across all my socials. You can find me on Facebook, TikTok. I'm not really, like, on TikTok for business. I'm only on there to watch videos and laugh. So you can find me on TikTok. But, like, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook right now, as of right now.
All right, that's really cool. Yes. Well, thank you so much, Frances, for jumping on the show. Your work is absolutely great.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed our conversations. It was really fun. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, keep doing your nail artistry. You know, it's really, really great. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much. It was so nice meeting you.
Yeah, so nice meeting you as well. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to click the bell for notifications. Also, follow me on my social media platforms and visit my website, ASIATHABIRD.com, and be on the lookout for more interviews to come very soon. Take care, stay healthy, and stay beautiful. Bye-bye.